By now, you've probably heard the huge news that the San Francisco 49ers have officially locked down Fred Warner, widely regarded as the best linebacker in the entire NFL, with a contract extension that keeps him in the Bay Area through 2029. This is a massive deal for so many reasons, and honestly, if you're a 49ers fan or just someone who appreciates elite football talent, this should have you feeling pretty ecstatic right now. Warner has always been vocal about calling himself the best in the world, and after this extension, it's hard to argue otherwise. The phrase Fred, the best in the world, just feels like it should be permanently attached to his name, because that's exactly what he's been on the field for the last several years. An absolute force, a cornerstone of the defense, and a leader who can change the game with his presence. This deal, a 3-year extension worth $63 million with more than $56 million guaranteed, makes him the highest paid linebacker in the league. And this isn't the first time Warner has achieved that distinction. This marks the second time in his 7-year NFL career that he's reached the pinnacle of linebacker pay. The 49ers moved early on this, signing him before his current contract was set to expire in 2026, now locking him up until 2029. This move sends a powerful message about the team's direction and priorities. It's a signal that the 49ers see Warner as an indispensable part of their long-term plans and that they're fully committed to building around him. When you consider the linebacker cores on this team, it's clear why this is such a critical moment. For a while now, the secondary linebacker spot, the so-called LB2 position, has been a point of discussion, especially given some injuries and inconsistent performances. Drake Greenlaw, who has manned that position for stretches, was a bright spot, but injuries kept interfering with continuity. The team even drafted players recently like Jalen Graham, aiming to find the right fit at that spot. But now, with Warner locked in for the long haul, there's a renewed sense of stability and confidence in the linebacker unit. The front office handled a looming salary cap crunch by securing Warner early, avoiding the kind of contract drama that has plagued the team in past seasons. It's a smart, proactive approach that keeps the team's core intact and ensures there won't be any distractions heading into training camp. This contract is also part of a larger trend in the NFL, and specifically for the 49ers. We're seeing a new era in player contracts where teams are locking in their foundational pieces quickly and efficiently. Just a few weeks ago, the team secured deals for other key players like George Kittle and Brock Purdy. Kittle signed a 4-year extension worth around $76 million, while Purdy agreed to a 5-year deal reportedly worth $265 million. Warner's extension fits right in with his strategy of securing core contributors ahead of time, avoiding the chaos of last-minute negotiations during the heat of training camp or the season itself. In fact, this approach has been praised as a sign that the 49ers have learned from previous contract dramas that disrupted team chemistry and performance. By finalizing these deals well before the season starts, the organization is fostering the right environment for success. No contract distractions, just focus on football. Analysts predict that even after all these major extensions are accounted for, the 49ers should still have over $40 million in salary cap space in 2025, which is an impressive feat of roster management. That kind of financial flexibility allows the team to continue building depth and making necessary moves to stay competitive. Beyond the financials, the impact of having these players locked in early cannot be overstated. We've seen in recent seasons how contract uncertainty can affect players' performances and availability. Injuries and distractions can derail a season before it really begins. Last year, for instance, the delay in settling Brandon Ayuk's contract became a storyline that fans and media couldn't ignore, and it arguably affected the team's rhythm. The same goes for Nick Bosa, whose status was a constant question mark. Having Warner, Purdy, Kittle, and others ready and present for off-season training activities and OTAs means the team can hit the ground running with full focus and chemistry. Building, which is vital for a team aiming for a deep playoff run. Another key element this offseason has been the shift in vibes around the team. Last year, many reports pointed to wrong vibes, suggesting that the locker room atmosphere was off and affecting performance on the field. Fans and insiders alike noticed a disconnect, and the team struggled to turn things around. But this offseason feels different. There's a new energy in San Francisco, a sense that the organization is on the right track and that the pieces are falling into place. The coaching staff has made strategic moves, letting go of some previous assistants and bringing in fresh perspectives. New hires and extensions on key staff, combined with the contracts locked in for foundational players, create a much more positive environment heading into the new season. The 49ers also address special teams, which was a sore spot last season. Historically, bad performances in that phase cost the team critical field position and points. The offseason moves, including signing new kickers, one of whom is a highly touted rookie, and bringing back reliable veterans, show that the team is focused on shoring up this fundamental aspect of the game. The goal is simple: execute the basics well. Make the field goals under 40 yards count, handle punt coverage and returns cleanly, and avoid turnovers. This kind of stability might not grab headlines, but it's essential for winning football games. And if the team can nail the basics on special teams, that's a huge step forward from last year. One of the most exciting things about locking down Fred Warner is how it fits into the bigger picture of the team's core pillars. Alongside Warner, the 49ers have Brock Purdy, George Kittle, Nick Bosa, and Darnell Nurse firmly in place. These players represent the foundation around which the franchise plans to build its future. There's optimism here because the front office isn't just thinking short term, they're constructing a long-term competitive team. Warner's deal is a clear statement that the team believes in stability and continuity, which are key ingredients for sustained success in the NFL. It's worth noting that the 49ers have been very careful this offseason not to overextend themselves in free agency. While there were some moves that might have seemed tempting, the team mostly focused on re-signing its own and adding rookies to fill gaps. This strategy minimizes risk and keeps salary cap flexibility intact. Sometimes, big free agency splashes don't pan out, as the example of Javon Hargrave shows, signed with high expectations but ultimately hampered by injuries and limited impact. By sticking to smart contract management and investing in their core players, the 49ers are betting on a more stable and sustainable path forward. With just days left until official team activities ramp up, the energy and anticipation around the 49ers are palpable. Having Fred Warner locked down, along with the rest of the key players, means the team can focus fully on football, chemistry, and executing the game plan without any contract distractions. For fans, this is a refreshing change, and one that sets the stage for an exciting season ahead. The groundwork is laid, the core is solid, and the future looks bright. It's the kind of news that gets every 49er supporter fired up and ready to rally behind the team. Building off the excitement around Fred Warner's extension, it's clear that the San Francisco 49ers are fully committed to moving forward with a roster that blends experience, talent, and potential. The front office has done a fantastic job of not only locking down their top players, but also making key coaching changes and roster adjustments that should set the team up for success. One of the most encouraging aspects of this offseason is how seamlessly all the pieces seem to be coming together, especially compared to some of the turbulence from previous years. This feels like a team that has learned from its past, adjusted course, and is now preparing to compete at the highest level with focus and purpose. The stability Warner's deal brings can't be overstated. In the NFL, continuity on defense, especially at linebacker, is crucial. Linebackers are often the quarterbacks of the defense, calling plays, adjusting alignments, and leading communication on the field. Warner is not just any linebacker. He's a leader whose impact goes beyond status. His intelligence, speed, and physicality make him a rare talent who elevates everyone around him. Having him locked in through 2029 means the 49ers can build their defensive schemes around his strengths, and the younger players around him can learn and grow with him as the centerpiece. That kind of leadership anchors a defense and can often be the difference between a good team and a championship caliber team. Speaking of the roster, the front office's approach this offseason has been all about smart investments and shrewd management. They've prioritized locking in players who form the team's foundational pillars, like George Kittle and Brock Purdy alongside Warner. These are the guys the team can build around. and locking them in early helps ensure the roster doesn't have cracks that could lead to distractions or uncertainty. It's impressive that after paying these key players, the 49ers are still projected to have substantial salary cap space in the coming seasons. That financial breathing room is vital for flexibility. Whether that means signing complementary free agents, extending other emerging stars, or simply having wiggle room to absorb unforeseen challenges. One area where the team seems to be making intentional and thoughtful progress is special teams. Last season, special teams were a glaring weakness for the 49ers. Missed field goals, poor punt coverage, and costly mistakes contributed to close losses and frustrated fans. But the moves this offseason show a focus on fundamentals. Bringing in a promising rookie kicker alongside a dependable veteran signals a commitment to fixing those mistakes. The goal here isn't flashy plays or highlights real moments. It's about consistency and reliability. Football games often hinge on the smallest details, and solid special teams play can be the difference between winning and losing close games. If the 49ers can just execute the basics well, especially in kicking and coverage, they'll have removed one of last year's biggest headaches. Another aspect worth highlighting is the coaching changes and staff retention that the team has made. The 49ers have made some key adjustments in their coaching staff, letting go of some assistants while bringing in new voices and extending contracts for coaches they trust. This balance between continuity and fresh perspectives is important for keeping the team evolving and adapting. The coaching staff's role in developing young players, implementing schemes that maximize the team's strengths, and maintaining a positive locker room atmosphere is crucial. With the right coaches in place, the players locked down, and the front office's smart management, the 49ers seem to be in a very good spot heading into the new season. It's also interesting to reflect on the fan perspective during this offseason. The emotional roller coaster of the last few years, filled with injuries, contract holdouts, and unexpected losses, left many fans anxious and frustrated. But this recent wave of contract extensions and off-season moves feels like a breath of fresh air. Fans want stability, they want to see their stars committed, and they want to feel confident heading into training camp without worrying about late-season contract drama or locker room distractions. Getting all these deals done early creates that sense of calm and optimism. It's a reminder that the organization is in control and that the team's best players are fully committed to the mission ahead. Looking ahead, the upcoming weeks as the 49ers move into official team activities and training camp will be crucial. This is when the chemistry starts to gel on the field, when coaches can get their schemes fully installed, and when players can push each other to be better every day. Having Fred Warner and the other core players locked in means the team won't have to waste any time dealing with contract talks or distractions. The focus can be 100% on preparation and performance. For fans, this is a chance to see the team in action, to get a sense of the energy in the locker room, and to build excitement for the season ahead. All things considered, the San Francisco 49ers offseason so far is shaping up to be one of the most positive in recent memory. The Fred Warner contract extension is the centerpiece of this optimism, but is supported by a host of smart moves, coaching adjustments, and roster management decisions that together create a strong foundation. The team has addressed its weaknesses, locked in its stars, and set itself up financially to remain competitive for years to come. It's an exciting time to be a 49ers fan, and if the team can stay healthy and maintain this momentum, there's every reason to believe they'll be a serious contender in the upcoming season and beyond. But before we dive in, don't forget to subscribe to 49ers Zone and hit the like button on this video. Your support helps us keep bringing you the latest updates on the San Francisco 49ers. And don't forget to share your thoughts on the news in the comments below. In a move that's sending shockwaves throughout the NFL, star quarterback Josh Allen has officially signed a 4-year contract with the San Francisco 49ers, drastically reshaping the power dynamics in the NFC. The blockbuster deal, confirmed today, marks one of the most stunning free agent acquisitions in recent league history and signals the 49ers all-in push for a Super Bowl title. Allen, formerly the face of the Buffalo Bills franchise, now brings his elite arm strength, mobility, and playmaking flair to a team already stacked with talent. The 49ers, known for their potent offensive schemes under head coach Kyle Shanahan, are now expected to be a dominant force not just in the NFC West, but across the entire league. With weapons like Deebo Samuel, George Kittle, and Christian McCaffrey surrounding him, Allen's arrival could elevate San Francisco to a level few teams can match. The move raises significant questions around the future of Brock Purdy, who had earned the starting role and led the team deep into the playoffs. But with Allen under center, the 49ers signal that they're ready to compete not just for divisional titles, but for the Lombardi Trophy. The NFC, already competitive, now faces a major threat in a team that blends an elite defense with one of the most explosive quarterbacks in the game. For the Bills, Allen's departure leaves a massive void, ending an era of high expectations and near misses. His exit is sure to trigger a rebuild in Buffalo, while fans and analysts alike speculate on what went wrong in retaining one of the league's top talents. Josh Allen in a 49ers uniform changes everything. As the NFL landscape shifts, one thing is clear: the road to the Super Bowl just got a lot more intense, and it runs through San Francisco. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to keep receiving exclusive news about the San Francisco 49ers, make sure to subscribe to 49ers Zone and give this video a like. We always look forward to hearing your comments and opinions. See you in the next video.